playing the new Find the Markers Scented and Reinvented update. This update features 83 different markers and a completely new realm. So kick back and relax because we will be going through puzzles, parkour, me tearing my head out, and much, much more. Let's get started. Oh my god, we're so back. Find the Markers had a new update conveniently after I made my 40-minute video. Of course, right? Because I don't know why, but first it was Find the Plushies that updated, and now it's Find the Markers. And to be quite frank, this is getting quite ridiculous. Guys, stop updating your games or right after I make my video. Either way, it doesn't matter because we have to finish the remaining 83 new markers. Oh boy. Well, I don't know. I think Find the Markers is probably one of the better Find the games, so I mean, we just gotta start. Do a favor for the yellow marker in the shop to get there. Oh, okay. I never thought I'd be back here. I'm gonna be honest with you, but hey, I guess we're adventuring into the shop and talking to the yellow marker. I'm sure he's happy to see us again. What's up, pal? You do delivery? I used to have a fish delivery service, but that was long ago. I ran out of workers. Say, do you think you could help me empty out my big old delivery queue? I could really use the help. Sure thing. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Your support is greatly appreciated. I'll give you a list of markers you need to deliver. I might even give you a special reward if you do them all. It is important to be quick though. I don't want my products to spoil before they get there. Good luck. Oh god. Red marker. Where's the red marker? Oh god. In the tower. Oh, in the tower? Oh god. You know, maybe I should actually like find these. Dude, get up. Oh my god. Okay. All right, now where's marker for black base plate? Oh, we're so cooked. Hold on, we're just gonna take a picture and I'm gonna find where these are all at and then we're gonna do them all together. All right, I have the list because now it's time. All right, here we go. Wait, what? They're new? Oh, hell nah. Where the hell's the cyan marker? Oh, this is messed up. Teenage Mutant Ninja marker. I know where that one is. That one's in down here. Oh my god, I'm cooked. Cactus marker? Where's cactus marker? It's a marker that's a cactus, right? Which one is it? How am I supposed to know where all these markers are so quickly? We swung out for this. We need, okay. Try it again. Snowman marker, blue marker, brown marker, lava jump marker. Okay. Well, let's go Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle real quick. What about brown? Hidden in the mountain biome. This is actually so cooked. Is it? Hill. Is this one? Oh my god, dude. I'm pretty sure right back here, right? There's something. This is behind a hill, but this isn't blue marker. God, no. All right, let's try it again. Hopefully this time we can get it. All right, come on. Maroon. Okay, wait. Oh, this is a really good one. Go here. The only one I don't know is maroon marker, but something tells me if we knock all these out, we can just Google it. Industrial marker. Industrial marker. All right, spawn. Now we gotta do mark seed the fallen. Where is maroon? In the cave. It's in here? Okay, hold on. Okay. Oh my god. Okay, wait. We might be cooking. We might be okay. Yes! There we go. Oh my god. That might have been one of the hardest things we've done today. Whew. That was scary, man. I can't pay you any money, but I can give you something much more valuable. My business to be the opposite of delivery. We used to retrieve people's lost items and put them in this lost and found box. Anyways, take your pick. Thanks for the options. Well, sleeping mask looks rather nice. The sleeping mask is calling my name. I guess we'll do it with the sleeping mask, man. Not the sword, huh? Interesting choice. Okay, dude. Okay, but how do I use it? Find your favorite fishbowl adjacent bed, put it on, and try falling asleep. Okay, there we go. All right, this bed. All right, come on. Oh, yep, that's how sleeping works. Yep, that's exactly how I sleep, actually. Oh, hey, look, it's me. Oh, crack me. Oh my god. Dude, that looked painful. Yo, this place looks sick. All right, let's go check out this guy. What are you doing? I've been waiting for your arrival, Corny, or have you been waiting for mine? For this world is all that, wait, what? For this world is all that is none, that is real, that is all in your head. Am I having a stroke? What, dude, what are you talking about? See for yourself and feel if this world sees you back. Can I touch him? Yeah! Hip hip hooray! Wait a minute. Oh, I can click something. Hold the phone. Or yellow. Oh, shoot. It's a puzzle. There we go. You found vanilla marker. Wow, that was one of the harder ones. Okay, so as far as I'm concerned, we got mostly, I mean, at least the ones that are obvious here. So I think what we're gonna have to do is just go through these doors and start doing these biomes. So to the blue room. All right. What is this place? A bridge? Oh boy, a bridge. Excuse me, fine sir. What do we got going? Azurite or Azurite? Who Carolite? Oh, blueprint. Conduitron. Okay, so what happens if I just keep walking? Oh, and it loops you back around. All right, let's go. Let's get out of here then. Watch your step. So I don't want to go in the black hole. I'd imagine it's bringing me this way. Yeah, see it? I'm confused. All right. Oh, it's 3 puzzles. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that was easy. Oh, okay. 1. First try. Give me that. Woo! All right. Oh, there's a marker up there. Do you see it? See it up there? We gotta go up there. Jump quickly. No! No! Oh, it's the gun. I can't let the gun hit me. Ooh, James Bond. You can't hit me. You don't have the oh, okay. Weave. Yes! Okay, so far, this area is way cooler than the other area. And I also couldn't help but notice that there's some kind of portal here or something. They wouldn't just put this here for no reason, would they? Oh, we're in a new area. Quiet Dream 11? Oh, nothing. Okay. Now, what's up with the file here? Oh, ooh, computer. What's your Wi-Fi password? What if it's marker? Oh, wait a minute. Remember the thing we shouted earlier? The modem. Uh-oh. Oh my god. Dude, did you just try to steal my clownfish? Were you born in the mess or something? I don't know where you're from, but here in the defrag zone, stealing is illegal. Sorry, dude. Damn. Get blocked, bozo. Damn. All I did was like walk near. Oh, yo. Oh, he dropping on me. Oh, hell no. Oh, ow. Wait a minute. This could be a good idea. Yeah, keep building up. Yeah! Hell yeah, that was sick. Okay, I like that. That was cool. A little stressful, but it was cool. So, all right, back to the Wi-Fi password. All right, now that we got the Wi-Fi password. Captcha verification. We have reason to suspect that you're a robot. When continuous press, you will be shown multiple captchas. Fill them out correctly to verify you're not a robot. We're actually just doing captchas now. Are you serious? We're just doing, there's no puzzle. It's a captcha. Then you press and hold this button for 5 seconds. Okay, thank you. You may now proceed. Skip loading. Select all the images with the color orange in it. Orange is there. Dude, how many captchas do I have to do? Go to right side up. God, this is torture. Ah! True or false? You're currently dreaming. False. True. That's correct. Congratulations, you have verified your humanity. You may now collect your marker. That was the most miserable marker of all time. Whoever invented that marker, you're an what kind of sick does that? I sentence you to Google image captchas. Yeah. Ooh, that looks like binary land. We'll go there in a second when we're done collecting all these files. There we go. Folder marker. Let's go binary area. Binary time. Okay. What's up with all the binary? Ooh, parkour. And hey, there we go. Pixel marker. That's not the only one in here, though. Let's go back up. Wait, this is the green door? Wait, what? Oh! We unlocked the green door. All right, well, we went to the red door. Why don't we go to the yellow door? Okay, why can't we just, like, go through everything? Oh, God, there's parkour. There's a marker up there. No. Oh, hey. Oh, I landed it. All right. So, unfortunately, after doing the parkour section, or at least trying to, my entire audio interface basically did itself. And while I had thought I had fixed the problem, it turns out I recorded an entire 5 hours of me collecting all the badges with no audio. So, instead of our normally scheduled programming, for the rest of the video, I will get to narrate to you what I was doing for this entirety of 5 hours. So, let's get started. I decided to pick back up where we left off, but instead of going for the little parkour, we accidentally ran into a marker that took us to a special room. And I kid you not, for like 5 minutes, I was trying to figure out what to do, not realizing that I was supposed to vacuum up all the little dust. I was about to tear my head off because I was searching every inch of this room for something that wasn't there because I didn't know I had a vacuum in my inventory. So after some small amount of vacuuming later, we got ourselves the vacuum marker. Directly after, I decided it was time to search every single room to find every little marker that was hiding. And I'm gonna be honest with you, this place is like a maze. But of course, there were markers everywhere. And we went ahead and acquired the fairy light marker, that damn stupid Chunga's bookshelf marker, which I somehow got on my first try. And we also found a little room full of mirrors. And of course, my first instinct is to, well, break the mirrors. And once you break all the mirrors that the iridescent marker isn't in, well, you get the iridescent marker. After that, we acquired the neon yellow marker, and then I stumbled on a pretty big room that had parkour going up. And while I didn't find any new markers, I did accidentally find a completely new realm. This is one of the moments I really wish you guys could hear my reaction for because I was flabbergasted. But the place we were taken to is the OG map for Find the Markers. Now, I'm not gonna act like I played during the time when Markers was really young. However, I can appreciate the insane transition that we had going from this place to that place. The second we get down there, we are greeted by the neon purple marker. And in the corner of my eye, I saw a magic carpet. And of course, if I was able to get access to flying, well, I'm gonna take it. It may or may not have killed me. Not my proudest moment. I probably should have realized there's no way in hell this game would actually give you the ability to fly, but you know, pure copium. Another thing I should mention about this realm is that there are a bunch of markers that actually don't count themselves as markers. That's because they're trying to emulate the old classic ones, and since they already exist, they're for a little bit greater of a side quest. And then of course after that, we have somehow stumbled upon ourselves another realm to go into. This time, this is the classic realm, which low-key might be my favorite part of this entire video. But before we do that, we need to go back. But before we go back, we also got two more markers called the Happy Home marker and the Caller marker. Oh, and a little bit unrelated, I also killed myself with the death washing machine. 10 out of 10 experience, I would do that again. It's also important to note that we did find the orange door inside the little classic area, and so I decided to go back through the yellow door to perhaps retrace my steps to get back to the classic area. And of course, on my way back, I saw that I missed a few markers, so I went ahead and grabbed the dust marker and the Chatterusi marker. I think that's how you pronounce it. I don't know. So now that we're back, the first thing I did was I checked the fireplace, and of course, I found the fire marker that's going to be required for our quest. Shortly after that, I also found the zombie marker, and then right by the zombie marker is the chalk marker, which requires you to play hopscotch. And if hopscotch isn't in the American Squid Game, we're gonna have some serious problems. After finding some more of the classic markers for our quest, we discovered the hiking marker on top of the mountain. And behind the mountain, I noticed that there was a little special area, so I had to start doing some digging. And no, not in my butt, twin. And then for the next like 30 minutes, I went on a goose chase for some markers that I didn't even know existed, and that blended in perfectly with the environment around it. And after finding all of them besides one, I went ahead and acquired the Z Fighter marker and continued my hunt for this very last marker. And of course, this final marker that I was looking for was under my nose this entire time, because all I had to do was talk to the purple marker in the middle and he would have gave me it. And after collecting the very last classic marker, we were able to unlock the bland marker. Honestly, I thought the Z Fighter marker had so much more aura than this thing, so all that pain and suffering really was for no reason. But that concludes most of our time in the OG marker area, and now we set our focus to the classic area. The first thing I did was a little parkour tower that was at the very spawn, and I got the not even a marker. But our next marker is in the middle of the classic map, and it is the Crossroad Tower marker, which in my opinion is one of the sickest looking markers, period. Now, our next marker is located on top of the giant classic Roblox tower, but this one isn't acquired so easily because we have to do a little quest for the business marker. And of course, he wants us to launder his money. No, I don't mean like creating a set of clean businesses to slowly trickle in dirty money to make it look clean. We're talking about actually taking money to the laundromat and clean it. That's because our little friend here gave us a rocket launcher that we're gonna use on rich investors to take all of their money and then clean it. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I am the worst person for this because the amount of hoops I had to jump through to get this damn marker done is insane. But before I explain that part, we did get another marker on the way, which is called the bombastic marker, which we were able to acquire via a jetpack. And after that, I discovered another secret room, which led us to the neon orange marker. And to get back on track, the businessman told us that he had a gift for us in the basement. And of course, I go down to the basement and I couldn't find anything because I don't know, I wasn't expecting to find a rocket launcher, okay? Because it turns out this guy called an investor and wants us to assassinate him and take his money and then clean it, which is somehow arguably worse than actually just money laundering. Like, you're willing to commit murder for money, but you're not willing to launder it properly? And it's not like this is some large amount of money either. This is for $156. And this economy, that can get you like maybe a Big Mac meal at McDonald's. So I kill him, And I take his money and I go to the laundromat and I put it in the washer. After I take it out of the washer, I go back to the businessman. I'm like, hey, I cleaned your money. And it turns out I forgot to dry the money. And I don't even remember seeing a dryer in the laundromat, which, come on now, I should really use my brain more often. And so I thought the death machine was the place you dried it in, okay? Now, this might be the lowest IQ moment I've ever had, period, on my channel. It was so bad, in fact, I unlocked a secret dialogue option with the businessman, basically berating me for blowing up the money and that we have to do it again, but we're just gonna act like nothing ever happened. And so only after the third time of messing this guy's stuff up, I kill the investor, and of course, I clean the money, I dry it. I go to the guy, and he's like, I'm missing $13, and I about lost it. But eventually, I think it respawned where he spawned at, and I was able to get my $13. And after cleaning that, only then was I able to get the business marker. Never again. I hate you, I hate you, and I hate you. And next up is something a little bit more relaxing, the Mega Easy Obby marker, which I was flexing the entire time that I was so good at parkour. And of course, I was just talking to myself, and you guys will never know the enormous amounts of shit I was talking. And before all this happened, I did find a Bead Tools hammer that I've been trying to figure out what to use this entire time. However, I was eventually able to figure it out, and right next to the Happy Homes, there's this nice little area where you can blow a lot of stuff up and get the stud marker. And that basically marks the classic room for now. I went ahead and I went to the Matrix area again, and I found a secret code that involved the teleporters. The code reads as this, and I assume it's going to be different for you guys, but for me, it was lightning, plus sign, up arrow, lightning, heart, lightning, plus sign, lightning. And when entered into the teleporters, I was given the terminal marker, meaning that we only have 50 more markers until we're done. Hip hip hooray! Unless you're my editor. Now after this, I saw a magical box on top of a little tower, which required some secret parkour to get to. And on my way to getting to this magical box, I ran into the digital marker. And eventually we made it to the little terminal, which requires us to use binary to enter the numbers that it requests. Now, I'm not gonna tell you which one is which because honestly, you can really just brute force it. But all I wanna say is I was doing this flawlessly. Back in computer science A in high school, I had a lesson on binary and how binary works, and I somehow remembered it to this day. So you know what? I will take my thank you, I will take my round of applause, and I know. We also ran into the spike trap marker, which really just requires a little bit of memory and a little bit of fast reactions. And because I want to flex about how I did it on my first try, Mr. Editorman, please put the Minecraft Dream speedrun music over this. And right after that, I found the wireframe marker, which required me to do some James Bond level parkour to magically slip my way into this marker. And now this next marker is really stupid because it's called the kilobyte marker. And you see all these little green things on the ground. Yeah, those are individual bytes, and we have to get a kilobyte worth of them. So for the second time this video, I'm somehow vacuuming again. Despite being a full-time Roblox YouTuber, I still have to clean my room. It's ridiculous. And now that we did all 5 terminals for the pillars, we have to go to the final pillar and enter in our codes. Now, this is a little bit confusing, so I'm going to explain it in the best way possible because, well, no one actually explains this really well at all. You are given 5 codes on a 3x5 plane. And on this plane, you are going to enter the 5 codes given to you in chronological order. However, what people don't explain is that you don't have to reset the board each time you put one of the codes in. In fact, you're supposed to leave it as is and put in the next code. But if you do it with all 5 of the codes, you're going to get a secret final code that will unlock the pillar and give you the matrix marker. Now, at this point of my playthrough, we have explored mostly everything. And now it's time to go back and play cleanup with the rest in this realm. And that's exactly what I did, starting at the red room, because we missed quite a lot. And our first marker we were going to get is the spaghetti marker. But this spaghetti marker is not like every marker because we have to pick it up and put it in the black hole to make it spaghetti. I don't know why this works. I don't know the science behind it, but I guarantee if you ask Neil deGrasse Tyson, he would probably tell you that this is actually how spaghetti works. So we're off to the hard drive where all good things happen because we are locating the bliss marker. And the bliss marker is really easy to find because it's on top of this little tower. And then right after that, we got the microchip marker. And shortly after this, I discovered a completely new area that that we have not explored yet, and it's completely underwater. The first marker we got in this place is called the pearl marker, and it's located in this nice giant tower. Right next to the pearl marker is a little key that we'll need for another marker later. Next up was the neon blue marker, which is quite literally just in the middle of the map. And next we had to do some water parkour. Now the water parkour, in my opinion, was pretty easy, but apparently it wasn't easy for everybody because this is marked as an intense level marker. So with the tsunami marker in our pocket, it is now time to follow a bunch of rings around the map to get the whale marker. Next, we got the treasure chest marker using that antique key that we found. And then shortly after that, we found the seashore marker. Now earlier, we found a little thing of cannonballs that we have to blow up mines with. So on the edge of the map, there are 3 different islands with a cannonball on it that you have to shoot at moving mines. Now, if you want a little tip from this, aim lower than you think you're gonna shoot at because the ball goes pretty high up, causing you to miss quite a few shots. And once all 9 mines are blown up, we unlock the sea mine marker. There's also a marker that is looping around the island in circles called the aquamarine marker, and all you have to do is catch up to it and touch it. But this next marker is not going to be so easy because we have to fill out a map that is randomly generated for everybody. However, I can tell you how to fill it out. So you'll notice that there are a bunch of dots on the map. Each dot correlates to a jellyfish of some color. It's going to take a lot of trips back and forth between all the jellyfishes, and it's low-key really tedious, but after wanting to pull my hair out, I eventually got the entire map correct, and we got ourselves the jellyfish marker, which in my opinion should be an intense difficulty marker. Okay, now we need to go back up on the fish hook and grab the blueprint because we are going to be making ourselves a robot to collect a deep sea marker. And the parts we need are as follows. We need a magnet, ball joints, an antenna, a camera, a metal detector, and a engine. Here are the 5 locations for the parts, but I'm not 100% certain if these are randomly placed or not. What follows is a kind of painful minigame where you have to manually control a robot using your mouse and some arrows. The controls suck, and when you get close to a piece of a marker, your metal detector will start beeping like crazy. But be careful because there are some false positives. And to make things a little bit harder, there's also deep sea fish that will eat you alive. So after spending, in my opinion, way too long trying to find all of the things that we need, we got ourselves the abyss marker, which means we should be done with this little area, so we can now go back to the red area again and grab the neon red marker. We also have to collect these shapes that are in these little balls for another marker that is actually just straight up just shapes. But this now means we only need 2 more to complete this realm. And our first one we're going to be doing is the buffer marker. And remember earlier how we had to type in a Wi-Fi password and do a bunch of captchas? Well, guess what? This one consists of just waiting for the menu to load. It was really easy. Now for our final one, we need to go back to the yellow area and find a mattress with a little target on it because we have to jump on it and break our head open. No, that is not a joke. And then just like that, we got the mattress marker, which means we unlocked the scented halo. So now we can finally make our way back to the main realm. And after we do, I decide that this update is so good, I'm going to donate 1,000 Robux to find the markers. And I highly recommend you do so too. This update is really good and it's really fun, and it's amazing that it's completely free to play. Now, obviously, it doesn't have to be 1,000, but even 25 Robux does help and go a long way for these people. So now we're gonna go to the gallery because 1, they redid it, and 2, we have a bunch of markers that we need to get here. The first one is located on the very middle on top of the tree, which you can get up by climbing on a vine. I don't know why it took me so long to figure it out. Next up is the artwork marker, which can be found behind the giant community painting of every marker in the game. And I gotta say, this fan art is absolutely sick, and I'm glad it got its own dedicated marker. The next marker we got is the fossil marker located in the desert, which is just on this giant hill. And of course, after finding the fossil, I realized that I had left more markers inside the gallery. It's by the magenta void area. And when we go in, there is quite the heated argument between magenta and trip marker. Essentially, they're arguing about what color the subspace trip mine explodes with, and trip marker correctly points out that it's the color magenta. And of course, magenta is not happy hearing about that because who wants to be associated with a strip mine. So these two hooligans send us out to go find it so that we can prove what color actually it is. And it's not like we did it safely either, because we stepped on it and then boom, everything exploded. Our next marker is Rose marker, which is just hidden in the back left corner of the map in the forest. And the next marker after that was the jalapeno marker, which kind of set us on fire and made us run all the way to water to cool off. But be careful, there is a time limit, so you have to be fast. Our next one's another easy one, pine cone marker. It's just found on the edge of the snow biome. And at around this point, I realized, oh my god, we completely forgot about the other realm that we have to do, the Washable Kingdom. And the first one we had to collect in this area was the Lily of the Valley marker, which is found in the Circle of Flowers. The next one is Frog marker, and this one's a little bit more obvious. It's in the beginning of the swamp area. And if you go back to the spawn area, there is a tree with a little hole in it. Go inside the hole and the fairy marker will be waiting for you. Our next one is the Aloe marker, and this one sent us on a little bit of a goose chase because, well, I had no idea where to go for it. But eventually I was able to find it behind the castle in a little crevice. Next up is the banner marker, which is found where the king is, but behind one of the pillars. Our next one we have to go for is the prince marker, but this one requires a little bit of a puzzle. So we need to go to the frog marker and then go to the wizard tower. We are instructed to search the wizard tower to see what to do. Eventually we find a combination of potions that we have to do in a certain order to bring out the prince marker. And when we bring out the prince marker, he was a little bit ungrateful and called us a peasant. If it were me and you're still trying to go for 100% completion, maybe hold off on doing this one, just despise the stupid Chungus prince. Now these next ones are rated a lot higher in the difficulty for the markers, but in my opinion, they're not that hard. First one up is Springtide marker. We got to go down to the little dungeon area, which requires you to collect all the orbs. However, we're going to assume that you already did that. So once you're down here, the Springtide marker should really just be right out in front. The next one I decided to do is the statue marker. And the statue marker is probably one of my favorite ones in this video because it requires a lot of fun puzzles that require you to use your brain a little bit. Now, I'm not going to spoil these puzzles because I think you should do them yourself, but this is definitely one of the parts where I wish my audio had actually worked so you guys could hear my brainstorming and my reaction to getting the marker. Now, the next one after this, the vine marker, wasn't as fun as the previous one because, well, this requires a lot of fine movements and a lot of parkour skills. Overall, wasn't that good of an experience, but, you know, at least it lived up to its difficulty. Now, our next marker was supposed to be the camera marker, but for whatever odd reason, it bugged out for me. So after spending like 20 minutes of trying to find it and trying to make it work, I just gave up for it and we were gonna come back to it later. So we went back to the main area and we got ourselves the vending machine marker, which is located in the little factory. The next one we're looking for is called Geo marker, and it's located in the cave by the mirrors. The next one takes us to the mountain, which is for the bat marker, and it's hidden in this nice little dark corner where you teleport to input the secret codes. Cedar marker was a little bit tricky because, well, I didn't know how to get to it, but it's located under the roof of the ye old shop, and you have to use the parkour on the sign to get to it. And now we have to go to the candy area because we have to go get pretzel marker, which we get it by running into the light bulb, falling into the chocolate river, and then going under the little hill to a secret area where the pretzel marker is just chilling. Now, the snow shovel marker is really fun because it requires a little mini game. So first, you need to go to the little cabin, and on the first floor, in the corner of the cabin, there is a snow shovel. Pick it up, and then everything gets snowed in around you. You're gonna have to break out through the window on the second floor and start shoveling up all the snow. Once you do that, you will be teleported to the snow marker, and you can climb up to it. And now we have to go to space because we have to get the black ice marker, which is located in like the black maze. And of course, there's a little mini game that goes along with it because if you stand in the ice too long, you will just die. And now it's time to make our way back to the desert because we are going to be stealing a really expensive jewel, which is hidden in this little hidden compartment inside the pyramid. And you better be ready to run for your life because, of course, Indiana Jones style, a giant ball comes after you. This will require a few tries most likely. But now all we need is monochromatic marker and camera marker. And monochromatic marker is located in the maze once again, and you have to find a few buttons which will teleport you to a little area where you can collect the marker. And just like that, we are on our final marker, the camera marker, which I decided to go into a public server for, and well, we were finally able to get the camera marker, which means we have gotten the completionist halo back, and just like that, we have finished Find the Marker's new update. This took way too long to make, and it took even longer because of my audio messing up, and I really wish I could show you the raw footage. But yeah, thank you so much for coming out and watching this entire video. I would really appreciate if you guys subscribe because we are going to be hitting 1 million very soon. Bye bye.